My father was raised in the era when black niggas couldn't claim Native American.
You don't have to try to be something you're not.
Trying to be something I'm not? Trying to be proud of my African heritage? That's being something I'm not, then fine.
My grandmother was a full-blooded Iroquois.
I know all of that, Mama.
They don't know this. I am alive because of the blood of a people who never scraped or begged or apologized for what they were.
And you
Had to reach into an African dictionary to find a name that would make you proud.
As a native Black American and a proud member of the Muscogee Creek Nation, I understand the importance of tracing your lineage. Help me help you discover your roots with a personalized genealogy consultation. Paper trail Genealogy Matters. DNA tests can't prove ethnicity or tribal affiliation. You must search through paper records to dive deep into your family heritage. During the meeting, I will teach you how to navigate the genealogy process with ease. You'll learn how to link tribal affiliation with your ancestors, and I'll show you the step-by-step process I went through to gaining tribal citizenship. Take the first step to unlocking your past. To book a consultation, send an email to mike@keymediapro.com.
Here in Virginia, the Lovings legacy has been embroiled in an escalating race-based conflict of its own. The question that has arisen is this: was Mildred Loving actually Black after all? Oh shit, y'all, we gonna get into it. Come on, y'all, come on. Was Mildred Loving actually Black after all? And more importantly, why is there a debate in the first place? That there is an argument about this at all 50 years later reflects the intensity of feelings about race in America today. The dispute began more than a year ago when the Virginia Department of Historic Resources decided to erect a highway marker in honor of the Lovings in time for Monday's historic anniversary. But the writing of the text for the marker turned out to be hugely complicated. What was complicated about it, guys? What was complicated? Oh yeah, they was trying to label his grandmama as a Black woman or an African American, and he said, no, my grandmother was a full-blood Indian. Let's talk about it. The original text intended for the aluminum and metal marker circulated publicly more than a year ago. It described Richard and Mildred like this, quote, Richard Loving, a white man, and Mildred Jeter, a woman of African American and Virginia Indian descent, married in June 1958 in Washington, D.C. But soon after those words were made public, Julie Langen, director of the Virginia Department of Historic Resources, got a call from Mark Loving, Mildred's grandson. Come on, y'all. Shout out to the grandson standing on business, okay? The grandson is standing on, the grandson is a stepper, y'all. The grandson is a stepper. He was not happy. Quote, he objected to our presenting any information that suggests that Mildred Loving was not Native American, that she was African American and not Native American, said Langen. Quote, he would like her to be identified as all Virginia Indian. He said, hold up. Hey, it's cool y'all making a little mile marker about my grandmother. You trying to honor her. I appreciate that. But why y'all calling her an African American and a Virginia Indian? She's all Virginia Indian. All 100%. Come on. He's standing on business, y'all. He's standing on business. So was Mildred Loving Black, Native American, or both? The historic record on the subject is unclear. Mildred and her family are listed as Negro in the 1940 census. Y'all, didn't we start off the stream learning about what the motherfuckers did with the census in Virginia and how they reclassified Indians as Negro and color? So is it any surprise that she's listed on the 1940 census as a Negro? But on her marriage license, it says Indian. It just says Indian. They don't say no half and half. It don't say no mix. It just says Indian. So her census records say she's Negro. Her marriage license says Indian, and they promoting her story in history as if this was a Black woman marrying a white man. Okay, Okay. All right. All right. In a 1963 letter to the American Civil Liberties Union, Mildred identified herself as part Negro and part Indian, but nothing established her identity as Black more firmly than the U.S. Supreme Court case that would make her name famous. In his argument before the U.S. Supreme Court, the Loving's lawyer, Philip Hirschkopf, clearly traced the existence of laws banning interracial marriage back to slavery. Quote, "You have before you today what we consider the most odious of the segregation laws and the slavery laws," Hirschkopf argued in 1969. "We hope to clearly show is that this is a slavery law. These laws robbed the Negro race of their dignity. It's the worst part of these laws." If Mildred were not Black at all, and no one can claim for sure what her heritage was, it wouldn't have kept the couple from being jailed after they married in Washington, D.C. But some people think Mildred passed for Black, just like some folks passed for white on Passing Road.